Hello, my friends. Have I got a story for you? Have you ever been kept awake at night after having a dream that was so unsettling? It kept rolling around and replaying in your head over and over and over again? Of course you have. We've all been there. I've been there innumerable times. Well, I have an experience to share with you that belongs not to me, but to my husband, Stuart. Now, a little background on Stuart so you can understand the context of his. I went so far as to say it's a nightmare, but for him, it pretty much was because my husband was born and raised a born again Southern Baptist. He grew up to become a banker, and to top it off, he's a Virgo. How conservative can a person be? And how vastly different from myself. But it's true what they say, opposites attract. We've been happily married for over 30 years. I still can't get over that. Anyhow, I'm recording this on January 30th of 2026. My husband this morning shared a dream he had just last night, and I had to share it with y'all. And he even said, go ahead and share this with your subscribers because it's right up your alley. So here we go. My husband, being the conservative person that he is, has a long history of calling what I do witchy poo stuff, okay? So now you've got the context, right? He doesn't believe in any of this, and he often will, poke gentle fun at me. He's not mean about it, but, to him, it's just everything that I do is just weird and, the butt of a joke eventually. So, what happened with Stuart last night, in his dream, he suddenly realizes that he has a third eye. Right between his eyebrows, a third eye has opened. For those of you who may not be aware, the third eye is the sixth of the seven major chakras that run the length of our bodies. These are energy centers, and they are responsible for different levels of energy that can affect and run through our physical body. The third eye is the seat of intuition, of psychic abilities, and it opens up the pathway to the crown chakra at the top of the head that connects us directly with spiritual and divine guidance. And now on to Stuart's experience. He's freaking out, and he's just losing his mind over this third eye opening up, on his forehead. And he goes to his friends, and he's like, dude, help, what is this? And they all look at him, they're like, dude, that's super freaky. And Stuart's like, I know, what can I do about it? I don't want this. And they're like, man, I don't know what you can do about that. And then one of his friends says, here, I have an ice pick. I can fish it out for you. And my husband's like, oh, I'm not too sure about that. And so they're trying to figure out how to help my husband with this third eye that has suddenly opened. And somehow my husband knows in the dream, even though he has not looked in the mirror, he knows in the dream that the color of his third eye is a yellowish to yellowish green color. He never looked in a mirror, but somehow he knows this. And you know how sometimes in your dreams, you see the action through your eyeballs in the dream, but yet you have another point of view somehow? I think that was the situation he experienced last night in this dream. So that's why he knew his third eye was a yellowish green color without having looked in a mirror in the dream to actually see it. And his friends are like, they're laughing at him at this point, and they're poking fun at him. And he's like, I don't know what to do. What am I going to tell my wife? And then they all really start laughing. They're like, oh, yeah. What are you going to tell your wife? And he goes, I don't know, man, but I know one thing. She's going to be so jealous. and then he wakes up. After that, he couldn't get back to sleep. And here I am in bed next to him. I'm sound asleep because I don't even hear him get up to use the bathroom or anything. But he said he got up, he went to the bathroom, he did all the usual things to help himself to feel more physically comfortable so he get back to sleep. And on his way out of the bathroom, he takes a good look in the mirror and goes, and then he goes back to bed, and he just could barely get any sleep the rest of the night. And so, of course, today the poor guy, he feels like crap all day long. He's just, you know how you are when you don't get enough sleep. So, what do you think his dream was about? I went ahead and took a look at the various components of it and kind of, gave him what I thought it was about. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Interesting elements, are they not? A very conservative person who has no spiritual leanings whatsoever dreams that suddenly he has a third eye that's wide open. And not only that, it's lime green in color. So you've got the third eye showing up, you've got the lime green color, then you have his three friends who are there and they're all poking fun at him and being smartasses with him. So you have that component. And then, of course, you have the upset and the fear that the opening of his third eye in the dream has caused him. So let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to hear your take on this one. It's just another day in the life around here. We have weird things happening on a regular basis. And if you like stories about the weird and the unusual, check out my other channel in the card here. I've got over 50 videos there, all in a similar vein. So I thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you like the video, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and as you hit that subscribe button, you'll see the little bell come up and it'll kind of do a little dance. Click on that little bell as it's dancing. That opens up a little sub menu with various options. Click on the all and you'll get a notification every time I post a new video to my channel. Now here at the Cozy Intuitive Creative, I am posting Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm going to try to stick to that schedule, and maybe down the road I'll add a third day. So, thanks a lot for being here. I appreciate you all so much. This is Neferkefri, wishing you a blessed day ahead.